aware. Be aware. No time to spam. Open your eyes. Be aware, brother. Be aware. Be aware. No time to spam. Open your eyes. Be aware, brother. Be aware. Be aware. No time to spam. Open your eyes. Be too late. Don't let it be too late. Be too late. Don't let it be too late. Be too late. Don't let it be too late. Be too late. Don't let it be too late. Be aware, brother. Be aware. Be aware.
Thank you for tuning in to the voices of the true Israelites. I'm your host, Brother Kev, and we are here as the genetic bloodline to the Israelites. And to my right, I have Sister Curtis,
Shalom.
and to my left, I have Brother Singleton.
Shalom.
And if you have any questions or comments, you can give us a call at 773-737-3539 or 773-469-8884. You can also email us at voicesof, that's all one word, at gmail.com. And you can check us out on video at Google Video. And the keyword is Voices of the True Israelites. And now I'm going to hand it over to that international biblical Bible teacher, teacher of teachers, Brother Sir Edward.
All right, thank you very much there, Brother Karen. Shalom, shalom. Shalom to the
Shalom.
panel again.
Shalom.
All right, shalom to Sister Curtis and Brother Singleton and the host, Brother Kevin. Now, we left off on dealing with this, we were dealing with the teaching of Apostle Paul. The title of the lesson, I think it'd be part number 8 or 9. We're going to run up at least about 15 parts about the greatest mystery ever told. And it's a teaching of Apostle Paul, proper name Saul. And what we want to do is show soundly that this brother only done what he was told to do. And we're going to break that down soundly because he have no new doctrine. He just got a job to teach our people, and we getting ready to read all about that very shortly. But what I want to do is open up in part number 9, I believe, of the greatest mystery ever told with Sister Curtis in the 9th chapter of the book called Isaiah. Ishaiah, which is Isaiah. So we'll turn to 9:1 and we'll get this thing on the wrong road with prophecy.
Isaiah
Chapter 9, verse number 1. Let's see what it says, Sister Curtis.
9:1. Nevertheless, the dimness shall not be such as was in her vexation, when at the first he lightly afflicted the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali, and afterward did more grievously afflict her by the way of the sea beyond Jordan in Galilee of the nations.
So now keep that word. Now this is prophecy, Galilee of the nation. Matter of fact, let's read that this is prophecy. Brother Singleton, let's back up and make sure that this brother is speaking now from the mouth of Yahweh, YHWH. Let's back up to the 6th chapter of Isaiah, and we're gonna look at 6 verse number 6. And Brother Calvin have me Acts chapter 3 verse 21, laying in the wings, waiting on me.
Isaiah 6:6. Then flew one of the seraphims unto me, having a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with the tongs from the altar. 7. And he laid it upon my mouth, and he said, Lo, this hath touched thy lips, and thine iniquity is taken away, and thy sin purged. Also I heard the voice of YHWH saying, "Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?" Then said I, "Here I am, send me."
Oh, so that's how he got cleaned up. So now the cherubim came to him and cleaned him up. That means gave him some words. So now Isaiah said, now, why don't you send me? Because I got the word in me, send me. Now, let's find out what authority will he be talking from. 321 Acts, read it, brother.
321 Acts. Whom the heaven must receive until the times of restitution of all things, which YHWH has spoken by the mouth of all his holy prophets since the world began.
Oh, so now we find out one thing. When Isaiah or any prophet speaking, he's speaking by the mouth of Yahweh, YHWH. Sister Curtis, back up to Ezekiel 38 and read me verse 1 and 17. Backed up with Brother Singleton in Acts chapter 2, verse 9, and Brother Calvin 3, verse 1, 2, and 7.
Ezekiel 1,
38,
38, 1.
verse 1 and 17.
And the word of the YHWH came unto me, saying,
What do you say?
17. Thus saith the Father, the Creator, art thou he of whom I have spoken in old time by my servants the prophets of Israel?
Now, that's one of the greatest mysteries. When he spoke by what servants and what prophets of who?
Israel.
Also, Israel is the prophets. Now, Brother Singleton, what you got there in Amos chapter 2, verse 9 through 11?
Verse 9, Parthians and Medes and Elamites.
Wait a minute, what you read? Amos.
Oh, Amos.
Oh, did I say Amos?
Yes.
Oh, I did say Amos. Amos chapter 2.
Amos.
Pick it up at verse number 2:9. If anybody get it, somebody just pull it.
Amos 2:9.
Yeah, what it say?
Yet destroyed I the Amorite before them, whose height was like the height of the cedars, and he was strong as the oaks.
Yes.
Yet I destroyed his fruit from above,
Go ahead and
and
read.
his roots from beneath.
10.
Also I brought you up from the land of Mizraim, and led you 40 years through the wilderness to possess the land of the Amorite. 11. And I raised up your sons for prophets, and your young men for Nazarites. Is it not even thus, O you children of Israel?
Oh, so children of Israel, they are the what? The prophets. So the children of Israel is the prophets. So now we know the children of Israel is the prophets, and we know that he picked these children of Israel to do something. Right. Now, Brother Singleton, while you already there, you just go and grab that 3, verse 1 and 2, and maybe somebody in the studio will come turn this loud noise that we got beating over here. So we just continue in Amos 3, verse 1 and 2. We got a hum sound up in here. It's rough.
Amos 3, 1. Hear this word that YHWH have spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Mizraim, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
So we find out that the Israelites is the only one that I've known out of all the families of the earth.
That's right.
Now we know. So we got the Israelites on the table. And now, Sister Curtis, we finally got that hum noise down, so I guess we can kind of continue.
All right.
Now, let's bag up to, let's run to Matthew chapter 4. So I know all the viewing audience, when they hear all that noise, they're going to say, well, just hold on. When we get to Acts chapter 4, we back and running. Let's go to, Sister Curtis, let's go to Matthew chapter 4. Let's run to Matthew chapter 4 just for a second. Matthew chapter 4. And we're going to look at since we understand this word is given to the Israelites, and we're going to find out something in Matthew chapter 4 pertaining to what was going on in Isaiah chapter 9. Let's look, read it down at verse number 4:14. What it say?
Matthew 4:14. That it might be fulfilled which was spoken by Isaiah the prophet, saying, 15. The land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali, by the way of the sea beyond Jordan, Galilee of the Gentiles.
Well, we got Galilee of the Goyins now, but we find out that nation we're talking about is these Goyim nations. So this is the nation that we're talking about, that this prophecy is pointing toward. And let's see the job that got to be done to these Goyims. Verse 16, what is their position, how they stand according to Bible?
The people which sat in darkness saw great light.
Oh, people that sits in darkness saw a great light. Now, hold that point right there. Now, we got to pull a rabbit out of the hat. We won't take care of all the peoples that we won't know what great light did they see. Sister Curtis, you hold that point. Brother Brother Singleton, let's run to Psalms 27. Let's see what light did they see. What light did they see? We're going to run to Psalms chapter 27, and we're going to get an idea. Since they seen a light, we want to know what light did they see. Psalms 27, verse number 1, what do it say?
Verse 1. YHWH is my light.
Oh, YHWH is my light. And what else about it?
And my salvation.
And my salvation. So we got the light that they see was YHWH. Now remember the name. YHWH is my light and my salvation. Go ahead.
Whom shall I fear?
So, whom should I fear?
YHWH is the strength of my life.
Yes.
Of whom shall I be afraid?
Now, I got to put some rabbits out of the hat on this. Though. We got a whole lot on the table now. Brother Kevin, let's run to St. John chapter 8. So can we run to St. John chapter 8? Keep that in your mind that David said that Yahweh, YHWH, is my life. Well, let's go to St. John chapter 8, Yachanan, that by proper name, and we're going to find out a little bit more about this light. Let's look at the 8th chapter. Let's pick it right up at verse number 12. 8:12, what it say?
Then spake YHWH again unto them, saying,
What did he say?
He said, I am the light of the world.
Wait a minute, but we just thought, I thought Yahweh was the light of the world. Now what he doing saying, he is the light. So now we know that whenever you see this word called Jesus, it means YHWH, because the same person just, David said he the light, and he said he the light, but they just switched the name around, which we going to read very shortly. Read a little bit more.
He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness.
So the goings that seen that light. So now, if they follow me, which is Yahweh, YHWH, they would not be in darkness. But we got to have us a man to take them out of this darkness. And that's where Apostle Saul come in, one called Paul, to bring them out of this darkness. But he got to follow the light also. Continue reading.
But shall have the light of life.
Yes.
13. The Pharisees therefore said unto him, Thou bearest record of thyself. Thy record is not true.
And look what the religious leader said. He said, you gonna call yourself the light and all this stuff, and the religious leaders tell his brother that makes the heaven and earth, your record ain't true.
It's not true.
Go ahead and read. And what he said to them.
YHWH the son answered and said unto them, Though I bear record of myself, yet my record is true.
He said, but my record is true. So either you bleed it or you don't. But that's the religious leaders that jumped him about him saying that he is the light. Let's run on to the 14th chapter, Brother Singleton, of the same book. Now make it the 12th chapter. St. John chapter 12, let's pick it up at verse number 35. St. John chapter 12, 35, continue.
Verse 35. Then YHWH said unto them, Yet a little while is the light with you. Walk while ye have the light, lest darkness come upon you.
Yes.
For he that walketh in darkness knoweth not whither he goes.
So if you walking in darkness, if you listen to people that you can't read nothing, you in darkness, you don't know where you going. Come on.
While ye have light, believe in the light.
And not only that, believe in this light. Well, I'll tell you what, make it real plain in verse number 46.
Verse 46. I am come a light into the world.
Now look at what the man said. I'm the light. So I want you to believe on me because I am the light. But what else you got there?
That whosoever believeth on me should not abide in darkness.
So now if you believe in me, you won't abide in darkness. Now let's go back and find out about these people that had this great darkness. Now they don't see the great light, but we found the light is Yahweh, YHWH, the Son.
That's right.
Sister Curtis, let's run to Romans chapter 15. Romans chapter 15, and let's see, can we get something going on here in verse 4. 15 verse 4, Sister Curtis, what did it say?
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
And everything we is read is done away with. That it said?
Oh,
It said what?
it's written for our learning.
Oh, it's for our learning.
Right.
So he telling the Romans, whatever that I'm for to teach y'all is not done away with.
Nope.
It is for your learning. Now, hold that part. Sister Curtis, to your left, you got some handout. Reach over there and let's read some handouts that you got. And let's find out exactly who is he talking to. Let's start from the top and see what you got there.
Magnify my office. Paul taught Europeans.
Paul taught Europeans. Let's see if we get some names on who did he teach.
The Romans.
Wait a minute. So that's what Europeans is. So when you read the book of Romans, who is Apostle Paul talking to?
Europeans.
Go ahead and read.
Corinthians.
So when you read the book of Corinthians, whatever you get out of it, who is he talking to?
Europeans.
Go ahead and read.
Galatians.
Galatians.
Philippians.
Philippians.
Thessalonians.
Yes.
Etc.
Go ahead. And what else about it?
All these people were white Europeans.
All these peoples was white Europeans. Continue reading.
If the Gentiles were everybody who wasn't an Israelite, why didn't the apostles to the Gentiles go to the Egyptians and the Ethiopians? Both of these nations were his next door neighbors. So rephrases, Paul didn't teach them because they are not Gentiles. Now that you have an understanding who the Gentiles and the Israelites are, let us move on.
Well, let us move on to then. Well, since we understand what's going on, we understand that the Gentiles that name didn't come to 1630. They call it Goim, so we know we're talking about the son of Japhet. Then
right.
Let's move on.
Right.
That's all I can tell you. You got one more handout in the bottom, the last page you got, sister. Read a little bit of that, because I want to make sure we clear on something. What you got there?
The times of the Gentiles have not been fulfilled just yet.
Yeah, Goim, son of Japhet.
The Goins, rephrased as Gentiles, are in rulership of the planet right now.
And all we got to do is look and turn the volume down and see who running things. And it'll put a face on who running. So if you think that a Gentile means the one they call African American Negro, then what face is running things? Go ahead and read.
The Goins, rephrased as Gentiles, are not non-Jews.
They is not non-Jews,
Israelites.
Israelites and all that. Go ahead.
As we have been led to believe,
Yeah, by your miserable preachers.
Right.
they are the people known as whites and Europeans.
Oh, so that's who they are. You mean all this on record? And your miserable preacher can't read none of this to you?
None of it.
It's all on record. Who are the Goins,
Right.
now called Gentiles, and they call white Europeans, but the name Caucasian never came into existence till 1920 Go get you a Columbus Encyclopedia and look it up. So the word Caucasian wasn't on the table until 1920.
That's right.
So now we could go and pull a rabbit out of that and show you what the name of these peoples is by Brother Singleton. We're going to go all the way back in the back of the book. And we want to get a name on what the book said these peoples is. According to, we're going to wrap the Deuteronomies. And we're going to find out, we're going to get a name from Joshua. His name is Yeshua properly. And we're going to get a name on exactly what is these people's name. And it's written in the book. So, and we're going to find it out exactly what's their name in the book called Yeshua, Joshua now. We're going to turn to the 16th chapter. And we getting ready to read who these peoples are with the book open. 16:1 of Yeshua, which is Joshua English. 16:1 and 2, read it.
16:1. And the lot of the children of Joseph fell from Jordan by Jericho under the water of Jericho on the east, to the wilderness that goeth up from Jericho throughout Mount Bethel.
Yes.
And goeth out from Mount Bethel to Luz, and passeth along unto the borders of Archi and Ataroth.
Watch yourself now.
3. And goeth down westward
Westwards.
to the coast of Japhlete.
The Japhetite. This here it is right here. It goes to their name, the Japhetite. This who these peoples is right here. So their area went up to their coast called the Japhetite. And let's go to Genesis, Brother Singleton, Genesis chapter 2, and we see that name kind of blend in him a little bit more clear. Genesis chapter 10, verse 2 and 5.
Genesis chapter 10, verse 2. The sons of Japheth.
The sons of Japheth. These is the same people right here that's in 16 verse 3. This is their name. So whenever you really see a name, Gentile, Goyim there, all you got to do is call them the sons of Japheth. You're not doing nothing but helping yourself to make people understand the truth of the matter. In between is 14 names, and don't get excited. Pull up your computer, put the 14 names down there, and they'll tell you. White, European, Caucasian, white.
That's right.
It's no more mystery no more. All you got to do is just follow, pay attention and listen to voices of the true Israelites. And we'll break it down to you. And all you got to do, check it out. Now, verse 5, what it say?
Verse 5. By these were the isles of the Goyim.
These are your goings. In between, you got 14 names. Don't get excited. Just take up your history book. Take your computer. Put any one of these names on the table, and they'll tell you. They'll punch out European white, European white, European white. So now you got your European white. The one that we call YHWH, the son, Yahweh, that you call Jesus, did not come in this lineage. So them pictures you got on the wall, you can take them down. Because the son of Japheth, he in the lineage of Shem.
That's right.
That's a whole different lineage. That's why you need this kind of understanding, because it's about time for you to get the truth. And our job, and we commissioned to give you the truth. Now, so now we know who the Goins is, which is the sons of Japheth. Now, Sister Curtis, you was holding me something in Matthew chapter 4. We want to go back over there now, because we found out right now that Isaiah prophesies about him coming. And he fulfilling the prophecy in Matthew chapter 4. Here he comes. And he coming to a people that sit in darkness, that seek the great light. And we found out who is that great light, which is YHWH the Son. But you also was holding me Romans 2. But let's go back to the 4th chapter of Matthew, Sister Curtis. I want to take care of both of this and clear this up and get back to Matthew chapter 15. Let's go back to the 4th chapter. And let's look at the verse 16 again. Verse 16.
Matthew 4:16. The people which sat in darkness saw great light.
Now, but what people we talking about? Galilee of the Goyim. Galilee of the sons of Japhet. They, the one that saw the great light.
Right.
So now we know what we're talking about now.
Oh, yeah.
So it was prophesied in the 9th chapter
Right.
about this nation. This called the Japhetites. They have saw the great light. And the great light they saw was YHWH the son.
That's right.
So here we come now.
Right.
So now they peeping at this great light. You see what's
Right.
going on? They
Right.
peeping at the great light.
That's right.
Which is YHWH the son.
Right.
Now they saw the great light.
Right.
And what happened next?
And to them which sat in the region and shadow of death.
These people sit in the shadow of death. Why are they sitting in death? Hold that point. Brother Kevin, run to the 16th chapter, make it 14, 16 of Acts and read it. And hold your point there. Sister coming right back. 14, 16.
Who in times past suffered all nations to walk in their own ways.
So that's why. That's why they were sitting in darkness. Because I let everybody go for themselves.
That's right.
I wasn't dealing with nobody. I didn't pick for one people to deal with. That's one of the greatest mysteries.
That's right.
It's these Israelites.
That's right.
That's right.
The people that sit in darkness saw a great light. And they was in the region of a shadow of death. What happened about the shadow of death? What sprung up on them?
Light is sprung up.
Yahweh the Son sprung up on them.
That's
But
right.
wait a minute. Now, wait. He sprung up on them. But we got to make it plain now. But how did he spring up on them? That's what we want to know. Because he's going to make a statement. Now, how did he do it? Because you got him visiting everybody.
Right.
Now, wait a minute now.
Right.
We got to check everything out now. We can't take nothing for granted. Let's go to and show you some powerful statements. See, we got to see how he did it. Back to the 9th chapter again, sister. I mean, the 15th chapter of Romans, Sister Curtis. So, see, we got to understand what's going on. See, you got this brother doing all this stuff in here, but no, it don't work like that. He got ways of doing everything. Look what's happening in 15, verse number 8. Make it plain, Sister Curtis.
Now I say that Yahweh was a minister of the circumcision.
What mean the circumcision? That's Israel. So he was a minister to Israel. Case in point. Hold that point. Brother Singleton, back up to St. John chapter 1. Pick it up at verse number 8. St. John 1:8.
St. John.
And Brother Kevin had me 15:24 waiting on me in Matthews.
St. John 1:8.
Yeah, what it say?
He was not that light,
Yes.
but was sent to bear witness of that light.
See, I was a forerunner for the man that had the light. My job was preparing the way for, and that was prophesied all the way back there in Malachi. My job was forerunning to get y'all ready for this guy called the light. Come on.
9. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world.
And this true light have lit upon how many men?
Every man.
So he said every man. So I don't care where you at. That means wherever you're in this world, this light is going to show up on you. So that means that you got no excuse. It's up to you to accept the light when you hear it and check it out.
Right.
And right now you hearing the light from the raw genetic bloodline descendants of voices of the true Israelites. Continue.
He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not.
Look at that. He was right here. And the world didn't know him. But he the one made the whole world. Look at the one that's the light is the one that made the whole world.
Right.
And that's another. Now that's a great mystery right there.
Right.
What happened in verse 11?
11. He came unto his
He
own,
came onto his own.
and his own received him not.
Okay, well, let's see, did he jump ship and go to the Hamites or the sons of Japhet? Let's see, did he jump ship? Well, they read that he come onto his own, but just y'all are receiving. We got this thing. We up under the Christian thing now.
All right.
We got it. Let's see what he said in verse 12.
12. But as many as received him, to them he gave power to become the sons of YHWH.
Oh, the many of them that believe.
That's right.
Many of them Israelites that
right.
believe he gave them. So you got a lot of Israelites ain't going to believe nothing. But the ones that do, that's the one he going to work with. Read a little bit more.
Even to them that believed on his name.
Now look what he don't throw there. He don't throw the name in there. Well, wait a minute. He don't throw the name in there. We got to pull a rabbit out of that, Sister Curtis. Back up to Acts chapter 4:12. Let's see what name You threw a name on the table.
That's right.
What now? You mean we got to believe on the name?
Yes. That's right.
So we got to do a little read about this name then and find out about is we believe on a name that gonna get you thrown in the bottom of the lake of fire. Let's find out what it said in 4:12, Sister Curtis.
4:12 Acts. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men, whereby we must be saved.
So there ain't but one name gonna get you saved.
That's right.
Hallelujah.
Well, no, wait a minute. We ain't got but one name now. So now the one that believed on the name, but there ain't but one name gonna get you saved. Now let's see if we do a little, pull a little rabbit out of here. Brother Singleton, I think you got some handouts over there, brother. Do you want to read a little bit over there?
Yes,
See what you got there, brother?
Right.
Anything that you feel that the Spirit of truth leads you to read?
Uh-oh.
Yes,
What
sir.
you got there, brother?
The meaning of the name Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Peter said, there is no other name by which we must be saved. But what does that name mean?
Oh, you mean that you mean it's a comment? But tell me, who is making this commentary of that anyway? Who is putting that on the table? Can we get a name of who's saying that?
Shimon.
No, let's get a name on the commentary who is making this statement about it. We got a name with an arrow pointed at his name.
Oh, by Scott Ashley.
Oh, Scott Ashley, huh? And go up a little further and find out what organization do he represent. Up a little higher. What's the name of his organization?
The name of this organization is the Good News.
Oh, they come on TV too, 36. You mean he got a statement to make? Ashley? Of the Good News?
Right.
What did he say? Let's go down there and see what did he say? What did he say?
He said, there is no other name by which we must be saved.
Oh, you mean Mr. Son of Japhet?
Right.
You mean he knows something to tell you Israelites? It ain't but one name. I know y'all want it to be, but look, I'm going to let y'all know. It ain't but one name. And I am the descendants of the son of Japhet.
Right.
What did he say?
The New King James Version, except as noted, but what does that name mean? God attaches great significance to his name.
To his many names, huh?
To his
Name.
Oh, to his name.
To his
Go ahead,
name.
read.
His own name are powerful testimonies to his great glory and majesty. The Almighty, in parentheses, El Shaddai, God of peace, which is we know as YHWH.
Wait a minute. But we know it's who?
YHWH.
YHW. You mean the Good News man know this name is YHWH? How did he know that? These are people that sit in darkness. How did they find out something that you miserable preachers and the rest of you other leaders can't find out? You mean he gonna tell you that his name is YHWH?
Hallelujah.
And that's the sons of Japhet.
That's right.
Huh? The people that sit in darkness.
That's right.
But he got something written about this brother anyway. Sister Curtis, pull a rabbit out of that. And we're going to now get you another one on that, brother, and look through it and see what else you want to come up with. Because we want to get a little Catholic church in there too now. So you find you something that got the Catholic handwriting all over it. And we'll come back. What I said, Sister Turner, what now?
You didn't.
Oh, I didn't say it. Well, okay, they don't slip my mind. Brother, I passed that up. I thought I did say something to you. Let's go to Matthew 15 and look at verse 24. What it say?
Matthew 15:24 reads, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost Israelites of the house of Israel.
So you know, all I'm sent to Israel. Y'all got me for the whole world. No, that's not true. The peoples that I am sent to is the Israelites.
That's right.
Which is the circumcision was Israelites. And the ones that believe on the name, I give them power.
That's right.
But you got to get the name right and you got to get the Sabbath day right.
That's right.
These two things you got to get right. Because in there, you're going to find out you're going to run across something that you need to know. What you'll run across, brother, let's see. Brother Singleton, bag up and read me Jeremiah 3:15 real quick. And then I know you're holding something. Let Brother Calvin catch that because you hold what you got in your hand. Brother Calvin catch that 3:15 in Jeremiah. And we come right back to the brother to read what he got in his hand. Because he found him a good piece of literature he wants to read. 3:15, what you got?
And I will give you pastors according to my heart,
And what they going to do according to his mind.
which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
And that's the whole why we on the program. That's why you hear Voice of the True Israelites, to feed
right.
you knowledge and understanding. It's time out to not know what's going on. Because if you want some salvation, they but one name.
That's right.
Right.
Now, Brother Singleton, what you got there you want to read?
The name of God. Iesus is pure Latin.
See, the word Iesus is pure Latin. See, you know, everybody, they love to throw their little pitch card out and say, well, do you speak Hebrew? Man, wait a minute. Hebrew ain't got nothing to do with this. Iesus is pure Latin. And Iesus, read a little bit more about the Iesus.
Add on the 18th century New English letter J, and you have Jesus.
Now look at that. Now look what he just said. Now on the 18th century, just take the dog on Iesus and hook it over to a J.
Right.
That's where you get your Jesus from, the 18th, and they got it in print. You can pull up yourself. Stop arguing so much.
That's right.
Pull up yourself. Jesus is coming from the Latin Iesus. Go ahead.
Jesus in Latin, and you see it in Jesuits
Yes.
and Jesus. The S on the end added for Greek syntax.
All the Greeks got their hand in it too. And why you keep leaving out the Latins and the Greeks? You all want to jump past the Latin and the Greeks, the one that gave you the good Jesus. You can't even say nothing about the Latins and the Greeks. That's where your good Jesus came from. Got nothing to do with no Semitic Hebrew. Go ahead.
The Roman Catholic Church,
Wait a minute now. The who?
the Roman Catholic Church,
Go ahead and read.
and all her daughters, the harlot churches, use the name Jesus, which is their mantra.
You see what's going on here? The harlot church, the Roman Catholic Church, they the one gave you good Jesus. Now you want to kick at me. Now you try to make my knee hurt me for sure. Try to run and dodge y'all.
That's right.
The Roman Catholic Church gave you good Jesus.
That's right.
Now we're gonna find a little bit more about the Roman Catholic Church a little bit later. But now so now we understand now where you got your good Jesus. And now when Saul, Peter made this statement, this was 496 AD. You ain't got Jesus until 1800. Is that right, brother?
That's right.
So he couldn't have possibly said that before 96 AD. So
That's right.
the only thing gonna get you salvation is YHWH.
That's right.
And Brother Kevin, let's look and see when did English come into existence, brother. We're gonna get our idea. When did the English language come into existence?
The chronology of the English language, 449, Anglo-Saxon settlement of Britain begins.
So they don't begin at 449, Mr. Preacher.
Right.
You don't have English to 449. Why y'all kicking against the truth?
That's right.
You don't have the English, so you don't have the good Jesus to 1800. So he couldn't have possibly said the only thing gonna get you salvation is good Jesus. Because that's what 496 AD. 1800, that's when the Catholic Church started working the good Jesus in on you. What you got, Brother Kevin?
The earliest Old English inscription date from this period, 450 to 480.
Okay, now not only that, you got some else. Let's kind of take a little glance through whatever on your mind, glance through, because all of it gonna make sense.
Well,
turn a page or two and just read a little something up there.
The mark of the beast is about to be enforced.
Go ahead.
It is with great urgency that I share this pressing message with you. A seriously profound and historic milestone in biblical prophecy has just been fulfilled that affects every single man, woman, and child on this face of the earth. On July 7th, 1998, Pope John Paul II released a 104-page apostolic letter.
Wait a minute. To who? He released it to who? What organization he released it to?
To all the pastors.
Wait a minute. To what is
the apostolic?
The apostolic. So you mean the Pope John Paul? He released letters to the big organization called the Apostolic?
The apostolic.
And what did he say to them?
Letter to all the pastors and Christians throughout the entire world to endorse and embrace Sunday as the Sabbath and the Lord's Day. The Pope also states in his letter that he wants appropriate legislation to be put in place to ensure all Christians keep Sunday holy.
He got that kind of power. You mean I want this legislated?
That's right.
Unless you want it, I want it legislated. I
Right.
want everybody to go hook, line, and sinker on my Good Sunday.
That's right.
But Brother Singleton, look at that book called Religions of the Religion. Right there, that top book right there. Yeah. Let's look at that. What's the name of that book? What's the name of that book?
The name of this book
Yeah, what's the name of that book right there?
is an encyclopedia of religion.
You look all the way back there till it says vicar. All the way in the back where it says vicar. I want to find out who is this vicar. And let's find out about this vicar. All the way in the back where it says vicar.
Vicar.
Let's see if we can find out about this vicar. Yeah, let's see if we find out about sisters in a encyclopedia religions of the Bible. Look up the word called vicar. Let's see what it says.
This is vicar of Christ.
That means replacement. We got somebody replace the one you call Christ.
That's right.
Which is called vicar. And what happened next?
The Pope, a title that refers to the doctrine that the Pope is representative of Christ as head of the church on earth.
Oh, so there go your head. Well, wait a minute now. Well, this ain't corresponding with something here. He said he the head.
He the head.
Let's go to Ephesians, Brother Calvin. Let's see if we pull a rabbit out of that. Let's see what Apostle Paul told the Europeans. Now, he said he is the head. So that means you go on back up there in heaven, I handle this. I'm the head of this.
That's right.
Okay, we're going to find out what did he tell the Ephesians about this head thing. Let's go to and this is going to be a flat out rabbit out at 4 verse number 15.
4:15. But speaking the truth in love may grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even the anointed.
Oh, so what the anointed said he the head. Pope said he the head. Well, I wonder who is the head then? Okay, because here's the point. If you the head following the Pope,
That's right.
which is Sunday,
Right.
then we know who your head is.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
If you the head following YHWH the Son,
That's
you
right.
follow, looking at bottom book right there, that bottom book you got right there. Now we finna find out who is your head. We finna examine some heads now. We want to examine who is your head now. Who is your covering? Turn to before we let's hit the groundwork up first.
Okay.
Sister Curtis, Genesis chapter 2, verse 3. let's sit the groundwork up. And Brother Singleton have me 31st chapter of Exodus, verse 12. Let's hit the groundwork, and Brother Calvin have me Isaiah 56, 1 and 2. Let's hit the groundwork up first. Go ahead.
Genesis 2, verse 3. And Yahweh blessed the seventh day and sanctified it.
So he blessed the what day?
The seventh
Seventh
day.
day.
And the seventh day, that was the day he blessed, right?
Right.
Now, Brother Calvin, look at that red book real quick, and let's read that. What day he blessed again?
The seventh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Right.
Let's see what that means. What's the name of the book you're giving to read out first?
This is the Compton's Britannica publication.
Yes.
All right, and we have the Sabbath.
Yeah.
A weekly day of rest has been found among almost all nations, including the ancient Mizraim, Babylonians.
Get down to the crux of the matter, bro.
The Israelite Sabbath
Yeah.
is the 7th day of the week.
Also, the Israelites said, the word people of the book, it's the 7th day of the week. When we read this, but what do that mean? Go ahead.
Our Saturday.
Our what?
Our Saturday.
What time?
It lasts from sunset on Friday to sunset on Saturday.
Oh, so now we looking at some heads now here.
Oh, yeah.
Now the head that's following YHWH, the sun keep Friday evening to Saturday.
That's right.
But the Pope said, I'm the head.
That's
and
right.
my thing is Sunday.
That's right.
So now, you ain't got to talk. We know what head running you.
That's right.
Right.
All we got to do is watch what you going to do.
That's right.
We ain't got to do no talking now.
Right.
All we got to do is just look. If
Exactly.
you at the Sabbath day, your head is the one made the heaven and earth. If you at Sunday, your head is the one that said, I'm the replacement. But we're going to find out who backing you up. Now, let's do a little more reading, because we're going to find out some things. What you got there? Let's see what he said again. 31:12.
Exodus 31:12. And YHWH spake unto Moshe, saying,
Oh, so YHWH, Yahweh is speaking to Moses, saying, what did he say?
Speak thou also unto the children of Israel.
Why? Because these are the peoples of the book. Come on.
Saying, verily, my Sabbath ye shall keep.
Well, he said, well, verily my Sabbath you should keep. But the Pope said, you better keep my Sunday. And I sent letters to the apostolics and said, push my good Sunday. Come on.
Right.
For it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations.
Go ahead.
That ye may know that I am YHWH that doth sanctify you.
Oh, so we got the sign on the table. So he said his sign is the Sabbath day.
That's right.
The Pope says his sign is Sunday. So who is your head? Read a little bit more.
Ye shall keep the Sabbath, therefore, for it is holy unto you.
Oh, so the one made the heaven and earth said, you keep the Sabbath. It's holy unto you. Go ahead.
Everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death.
Well, let's find out when you're put to death. Sister Curtis, back up to Luke. See, we want to put a finger on when you're going to be put to death. You know what? He told Luke to write the death. Let's find out when is the death going to kick in, Luke 13. Let's find out 24. Let's find out when do the death kick in about you not obeying what he said.
Luke 13:24.
Yes.
Strive to enter in at the straight gate.
Oh, so you got to get your nice paces. It ain't going to be easy now. You got to get your nice jogging and come on.
For many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able. 25. When once the master of the house is risen up and have shut the door, and you begin to stand without and to knock at the door, saying, Yahweh, Yahweh, open unto us. And he shall answer and say unto you, I know you not whence you are.
Stop right there. Now, he just said he's the master, didn't he?
Yep.
Once the master get up, right? Brother Calvin, let's see if we put a name on this master. Let's go to, let's run to Matthew chapter 13. We're going to see if we put I want to kind of, now this is going to be a flat rabbit out the head. I want to find out who is this master. Let's see, is it 13 or 23? I want to find out who is this master. Let's go to 23rd chapter. I want to find out about this master. Once the master of the house get up. Now this is going to be a straight rabbit out of the head. 23 verse number 8. 8 and 10. What does it say?
But be not you called rabbi,
Don't be called rabbi.
for one is your master,
Who is your master?
even Yahweh, and all your brethren.
So now we know what master going to get up. Yahweh going to get up, the son. Make it plain, verse 10.
Neither be you called masters,
And don't be called masters.
for one is your master,
And what's his name?
even YHWH.
So now we know who the master. So we know everything. These boys of the true Israelites, we know everything. Why don't y'all come to class and learn something?
Right.
So everything you need to know, we're going to put it right on the table for you.
Right.
It's time out for Puda teaching. It's time for some high horse teaching. By who? Horses of the true Israelites.
That's right.
Now we know who's going to get up. Back to Sister Curtis. 13, verse 26. Continue.
Of Exodus.
Now we're back in Luke 13. We stopped at 25. We want to check on who this master, because if they call him YHWH, and he said, that's who I am.
Right.
So we back to Luke 13, verse 26. Continue.
13:26 says, Then shall you begin to say, We have eaten and drunk in the presence, and thou hast taught in our streets.
Oh, you don't say all the good thing that you did. But what your good thing that you did don't mean him nothing. If you ain't keeping Sabbath day in the name,
Right.
you out of order. Go ahead and read.
27. But he shall say,
But this what he gonna say.
I tell you, I know you not whence you are.
I don't know nothing about you, miss or mister. Go ahead.
Depart from me, all you workers of iniquity.
You've been breaking everything I got on the table. Get on away from me. Come on.
Right.
28. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Stop it there, Sister Curtis. Now, he said this going to happen. It's going to be some weeping and gnashing of teeth. We want to know when. When? Go ahead.
When you shall see Abraham.
Stop it there.
Yes.
Where's Abraham at right now?
in his
Dead.
grave.
Abraham in the grave, he dead. So now when the weeping stars, when Abraham wiped the weeping, stand up. And who else?
And Isaac
Where Isaac at right now?
in his
Dead.
grave.
He in the grave, he dead. So your weeping star where you see Abraham, Isaac, get up, and who else?
And
Israel.
Israel.
Go ahead.
And all the prophets
Wait
in
a
the
minute now.
kingdom.
How many prophets?
And all the
All
prophets.
You
the
mean all the prophets is dead?
They did.
You mean
The
everybody got
grave.
these titles? I'm prophet this, prophet this,
Oh, yeah.
prophet that.
Right.
You mean all the prophets according to this book is what?
In
Dead.
the grave.
Everyone.
Well, let's see if we can get a sack of witness on that. Hold that part right there.
Hallelujah.
Let's pull a rabbit out of that, Brother Calvin. Let's run to St. John. Let's see can we pull a rabbit out of that hat on that. If we can get out of mouth of two witnesses, maybe even the religious leader will make a statement on this. Let's see what they say. 852. What did the Israelites say?
852 reads, Then said the Israelites unto him, Now we know that thou hast a devil.
Now we know you got a devil. Now there was an Israelite said to him, which is a religious leader. What they say?
Abraham is dead.
Well, they knew that much. They knew to say Abraham is dead. Go ahead.
And the prophet.
Wait a minute. And the what?
And the prophet.
They knew to say, but you middle preachers, y'all got your name called a prophet.
That's
The
right.
prophet is dead, come on.
And thou sayest, If a man keep my saying, he shall never taste death.
Go ahead and read.
53. Art thou greater than our father Abraham,
And where he at?
which is dead?
Go ahead and read.
And the prophets
Where they
are
at?
dead. Whom makest thou thyself?
You see what's going on?
That's
You,
right.
so everybody out of order. You know why the whole world out of order, Sister Curtis?
Because Israelites is out of order.
Because the Israelites is out of order.
That's
So the
right.
whole world is out of order.
Right.
Everybody got this thing out of order. Because this raw genetic bloodline Israelite is not teaching. They in the corners, but they coming out now.
That's right.
That's why you hearing what? Voices.
Voices of the
True
true
Israelites.
Israelites.
So now let's
Right.
go back to Luke. And let's get right back at verse number 28.
28. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth when you shall see Abraham and Isaac, and Yaakov rephrases Israel, and all the prophets in the kingdom of Yahweh, and you yourselves thrust out.
And so that's when you're gonna hit that lake of fire. You're gonna be in the kingdom, and that's when you hit that lake of fire. But that lake of fire is gonna be in the kingdom. And let's go read that, Brother Singleton. Let's run all the way over to Isaiah 66:24. And we're gonna pick this up on part 2, because we kind of getting around the corner on these minutes. So let's see what we got there. Isaiah 66:24. And Sister Curtis back up to Mark 42:9-42.
Isaiah 66:24. And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me.
So you won't be able to go see the men that are transgressed against me. You won't be able to go see them.
That's right.
The men that transgress against me. And what state are they going to be in?
For their worms shall not
And
die,
he going to put worms on them. Go ahead.
neither shall their fire be quenched.
And you ain't going to be able to put this fire he going to put on you. Come on.
And they shall be an abhorring unto all flesh.
So you won't be able to go look at the people's abundant in the fire. Sister Curtis, wrap it up. 9:42 a mile.
Mark 9:42. And whatsoever shall offend one of these little ones that believe in me, it is better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck.
You said the little ones is the one you hear right now. So if you defend one of these little ones that try to bring you the truth, you better off taking a millstone and just walking and getting it thrown over the water, and you know what will happen to you behind it.
That's right.
You better off doing it like that. Come on.
And he were cast into the sea.
That's good enough. We're going to stop it right there. This part one. We come back over to the host, Brother Calvin.
And you have just witnessed the chopping block of the voices of the true Israelites. For questions or comments, you can give us a call at 773-737-3539 or 773-469-8884 or email us at voicesof, all one word, at gmail.com. Shalom, shalom.
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 Beware, brother, beware. Beware. No time to spam. Open your eyes. Beware, brother, beware. Beware. No time to spam. Open your eyes. Beware, brother, beware. Beware. No time to spam. Open your eyes. Beware, brother, beware. Beware. No time to spam. Open your eyes. Be too late. Don't let it be too late. Be too late. Don't let it be too late. Be too late. Don't let it be too late. Be too late. Don't let it be too late. no time to spare. Open